Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America Jefferson Nickels 5 cent, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. Today's deep dive into one of the most fascinating pieces of American numismatic history, the 2005 Jefferson nickel. This coin, although seemingly modest, has a story that spans centuries, touches on key moments in American history, and holds potential value that's caught the attention of collectors around the world. Let's begin with some background on the coin itself. The Jefferson nickel, which first debuted in 1938, was initially designed by artist Felix Schlag. The 2005 version, however, is part of a special series of nickels commemorating the 200th anniversary of the Lewis and Clark expedition. While this may seem like just another nickel at first glance, it's the context and design of this specific year that make it so intriguing to collectors. The 2005 Jefferson nickel is not just any ordinary coin. It's part of a 2-year series of designs that started in 2004, marking the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition, arguably one of the most pivotal moments in American history. In 2005, the U.S. Mint released a redesigned nickel with a reverse that depicted the westward journey in a way that honored both the explorers themselves and the spirit of discovery that has defined America for centuries. Before we dive deeper into the coin's significance, let's talk about the design itself. The obverse of the coin, which features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, is a familiar design that's been used on the nickel since 1938. However, the reverse, the side that sparked much of the excitement in 2005, was completely redesigned for the bicentennial celebration. In 2005, the reverse featured an image of the keelboat that Lewis and Clark used on their journey, with Jefferson's mansion, Monticello, in the background. It's a stunning tribute to an iconic moment in history and speaks to the pioneering spirit that was central to the formation of the United States. The coin also bears the inscriptions E pluribus unum, Monticello, and Liberty, as well as the year 2005 and the mint mark. While this design may seem like a simple piece of history, it's the rarity and special nature of the coin that have driven interest from collectors and investors alike. You see, in addition to the bicentennial themes, the minting process in 2005 introduced a few interesting variations and errors that have made certain nickels from that year extremely valuable. Some coins were minted with subtle differences, and certain rare mistakes made their way into circulation. These errors, such as coins with double strikes, misaligned dies, or those with unusually high mintages, have added layers of intrigue for collectors seeking to find the perfect piece. The minting process itself is also a testament to the care and attention that goes into every coin. In 2005, the U.S. Mint produced the Jefferson nickel in a variety of locations, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. However, unlike the more common coins, the 2005 Jefferson nickels from certain mints carry special significance. For example, the coin minted at the West Point Mint has been the subject of much speculation and fascination in the numismatic community. It was initially believed that a small batch of Jefferson nickels had been mistakenly struck at the West Point Mint, a significant error that would make those particular coins extremely rare and valuable, as we've already seen. The reverse design of the 2005 Jefferson nickel commemorates the great American explorers Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. This design captured the imagination of many, and as a result, the coin quickly became highly collectible. Collectors were eager to add this piece of history to their collections, and the coin's special bicentennial theme only added to its appeal. The coin represents more than just a historical event. It's a symbol of the adventurous spirit of the American people, and it celebrates one of the country's most defining moments. Now, let's talk about why the 2005 Jefferson nickel is still relevant in the world of coin collecting today. While it may seem like a relatively small and inexpensive coin, certain 2005 Jefferson nickels are incredibly valuable, and their worth has been steadily increasing. When we look at the value of the 2005 Jefferson nickel, it's important to remember that condition is everything. Mint state coins, or those in excellent condition with little to no wear, are worth far more than coins that show heavy signs of use. Among the 2005 Jefferson nickels, there are a few specific versions that stand out in the marketplace. For instance, certain coins minted with errors or irregularities are fetching incredible prices. Some have been known to sell for several $100s, while others have reached thousands. And that's not even the most exciting part of the story. Are you ready for the big reveal? The true value of the 2005 Jefferson nickel lies in the rarest of all versions, a specific error coin that has been sold at auctions for up to $25,000. That's right, a single, well-preserved 2005 Jefferson nickel could be worth a small fortune if it carries the right characteristics. These rare nickels often come from mistakes in the minting process, such as a double strike or misalignment, and are incredibly hard to find. When they do surface, they can create bidding wars among collectors eager to own a piece of history. So, what makes this $25,000 nickel so special? Well, it's a combination of rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin. Coins that are well preserved, free of scratches or dings, and still retain their original luster are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2005 Jefferson nickel in mint condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you might just find yourself holding a treasure worth far more than its 5-cent face value. But how do you know if your 2005 Jefferson nickel is one of these rare finds? The first step is to carefully examine your coin. Look for any signs of imperfections or errors in the design. Double strikes, unusual die cracks, or off-center strikes are all possible indicators that your coin could be worth more than you think. It's always a good idea to get your coin professionally appraised by a certified numismatist if you suspect it might be worth more than its face value. As we conclude our deep dive into the 2005 Jefferson nickel, it's clear that this seemingly modest coin holds more than just historical significance. It holds incredible value for the discerning collector. Whether you're just starting your coin collection or you're a seasoned numismatist looking for the next big find, the 2005 Jefferson nickel is definitely one to keep an eye on. Top 2. The 2000 Jefferson nickel. This seemingly unassuming 5-cent piece has a much deeper story to tell than most people realize. From its historical context to its intricate design, minting details, and collector appeal, the 2000 Jefferson nickel is truly one of those coins that can turn into a treasure if you're lucky enough to stumble upon the right one. Let's start by laying the groundwork for this incredible coin. The Jefferson nickel, which has been in circulation since 1938, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. Designed by Felix Schlag, it originally featured a bust of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse. His portrait, proudly displayed on the nickel, has become a hallmark of American coinage, but it's the story behind the coin in 2000 that makes it particularly special. The year 2000 marked an important milestone in American history, the dawn of the new millennium. As the United States entered the 21st century, the mint sought to celebrate the historical legacy of the Jefferson nickel with a redesigned reverse, commemorating one of the country's most significant national monuments, Jefferson's beloved home, Monticello. The 2000 version of the Jefferson nickel was a continuation of this design, honoring both the historical figure and his architectural masterpiece. For decades, the coin had depicted Monticello on the reverse, but the 2000 version was made with more attention to detail, showcasing the home with a fresh, updated look. But why is this particular coin so valuable, and what sets it apart from other Jefferson nickels? The answer lies in the intricacies of the coin's production and the subtle, yet important, variations that appeared during the minting process. Although the 2000 Jefferson nickel is widely available and was produced in large numbers, certain versions of the coin were struck with errors or unusual characteristics, making them extremely rare and desirable to collectors. One of the first things to note about the 2000 Jefferson nickel is the specific design changes made to the coin during this time. For decades, the Monticello building depicted on the reverse of the nickel was shown in a somewhat simplified, flat perspective. However, in the 2000 version, the U.S. Mint enhanced the design to make it more three-dimensional and lifelike, capturing the beauty and complexity of Jefferson's architectural masterpiece. The result was a more elegant and visually striking image, which many collectors appreciated. The obverse of the coin, featuring Thomas Jefferson, remained largely the same, maintaining the classic design that had been in use for over 6 decades. But as we'll soon see, it was the subtle differences in the coin's reverse that sparked interest among collectors and ultimately led to the 2000 Jefferson nickel becoming one of the most sought-after coins in circulation today. Now, let's dive into the minting process itself. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins every year, and it's not uncommon for slight errors or variances to occur during the production process. For the 2000 Jefferson nickel, several unique characteristics and rare errors have contributed to its collector appeal. For example, one of the most famous errors from this year's coinage involves a variety known as the 2000 D-wide-am nickel. In this variant, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse of the coin were spaced unusually far apart, which was a minting anomaly. These types of error coins, though seemingly small, can have a huge impact on their value. The wide AM error, in particular, is one of the most coveted versions of the 2000 Jefferson nickel, with only a handful of known examples in circulation. Coins like these are rare and can command prices far above their face value, sometimes reaching thousands of dollars at auction. It's not just minting errors that give the 2000 Jefferson nickel its collector appeal. The coin also holds a unique place in the hearts of numismatists because of its connection to the history of the United States. Thomas Jefferson, the man depicted on the obverse of the coin, was one of the founding fathers and played a crucial role in shaping the nation's early direction. His legacy, both as the author of the Declaration of Independence and as a proponent of westward expansion, is honored every time this nickel circulates. Similarly, Monticello, the house depicted on the reverse, is an architectural gem and a symbol of Jefferson's vision of America. For these reasons, the 2000 Jefferson nickel is more than just a coin. It's a tribute to two significant elements of American history. But let's get to the exciting part, the value. When we think of a coin worth $30,000, it's easy to assume that only rare gold or silver coins can fetch such prices. However, as we've seen with the 2000 Jefferson nickel, certain versions of this seemingly common 5-cent piece have become incredibly valuable. And when we talk about value, we're not just referring to coins in pristine condition, but also those with rare errors, minting mistakes, or misprints that set them apart from the rest. So, what's the secret behind the $30,000 price tag? In the case of the 2000 Jefferson nickel, the rarest coins are those that feature the wide AM error. These coins, especially in gem quality or mint state condition, have become highly sought after by collectors. The value of these coins has steadily increased over the years, with some selling for as much as $30,000 at high-end auctions. Why is this coin worth so much? It's because of the rarity and the collector demand for coins with these specific errors. The wide AM version is a one-of-a-kind anomaly that wasn't produced intentionally, and finding a well-preserved version of this coin is akin to finding a hidden treasure. For collectors, owning a 2000 Jefferson nickel with this error is not just about the monetary value, but also about having a rare piece of history that few others can claim to possess. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 2000 Jefferson nickel is one of these rare, highly valuable error coins? Well, the first step is to examine the reverse of the coin carefully. Look closely at the spacing between the letters A and M in America. If the letters appear to be unusually far apart, you may have one of the prized wide AM varieties. If your coin passes this test, it's time to take a closer look at its condition. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition, those that show no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, are the most valuable. If you suspect that your coin might be valuable, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a certified numismatist. A high-quality coin with a wide AM error can fetch top dollar, but it's important to confirm its authenticity and condition before putting it up for sale. Now that we've uncovered the secrets behind the 2000 Jefferson nickel, it's clear that this humble 5-cent piece is much more than just pocket change. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone new to the world of numismatics, this coin offers a glimpse into the rich history of American coinage. And for those lucky enough to own a rare 2000 Jefferson nickel with a wide AM error, you could be holding a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. So, what's the takeaway from today's exploration? Keep your eyes peeled for the 2000 Jefferson nickel, and always remember that the true value of a coin is often hidden beneath the surface. It's not just about the face value. It's about the history, the story, and sometimes the errors that make a coin truly special. Top 3. The 1992 Jefferson nickel. While this might seem like a small, modest 5-cent piece at first glance, the history behind it, the design intricacies, and the fascinating world of coin collecting surrounding it make it much more than just a regular nickel. By the end of this video, you'll not only gain a deeper understanding of the coin's historical significance, but also discover why it holds impressive value, with some of the rarest versions reaching up to $40,000. Let's start with a bit of historical context to set the stage. The Jefferson nickel, which has been part of the U.S. currency system since 1938, is one of the longest-running and most beloved coins in America's history. Designed by Felix Schlag, the nickel featured a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, while the reverse depicted Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. The simple yet profound design has remained largely unchanged for decades, becoming one of the most recognized images in American coinage. The 1992 Jefferson nickel, however, falls in a particularly interesting time in American coinage history. By this time, the coin's design had been in circulation for over 50 years, and collectors were starting to turn their attention toward any subtle changes or variations that might make this seemingly ordinary coin stand out. In 1992, the U.S. Mint produced a massive number of these nickels, almost 1.5 billion of them to be precise. But among these millions of coins were some subtle differences and certain features that have sparked the interest of collectors and investors. As we dig deeper into the design and minting details, you'll see why the 1992 Jefferson nickel is considered one of the most valuable coins in modern American numismatics. First, let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse of the 1992 Jefferson nickel continued to showcase the familiar portrait of President Thomas Jefferson. His image, as conceived by artist Felix Schlag, remained virtually unchanged from the earlier versions, capturing his dignified likeness in a left-facing profile. This portrayal of Jefferson, along with the inscription Liberty in the year 1992, set the stage for the coin's signature look, but it's the reverse of the coin that really tells an interesting story. The reverse of the 1992 nickel, like previous versions, depicted Monticello, Jefferson's famed estate. But in 1992, there was a subtle design change that set this year's coins apart from earlier versions. On certain examples of the 1992 Jefferson nickel, the Monticello building was depicted with a slightly different approach to the architectural detail, creating what's known as the proof version of the coin. Though the reverse design was not drastically altered, there were noticeable changes in the detail work, particularly around the outlines of the building's columns and roofline. This adjustment gave the coin a sharper, more refined look that many collectors noticed immediately. The 1992 Jefferson nickel also saw a continuation of the trend towards improved coinage quality. Advances in technology and manufacturing techniques allowed the U.S. Mint to produce coins with more precise, detailed engravings than ever before. But as with many years in the history of coin production, not all of the nickels struck in 1992 were created equal. Some coins came out of the press with minor errors or variations that added to their intrigue. One such error, known as the 1992 close AM variety, quickly became one of the most sought-after and valuable coins of the 1992 Jefferson nickel series. On the reverse of these coins, the letters A and M in the word America were struck unusually close together, unlike the spacing seen on regular 1992 nickels. This subtle variation might seem insignificant at first, but in the world of coin collecting, small errors like this can make a world of difference. These coins became prized among collectors, and the value of a 1992 close AM nickel skyrocketed in the years following its discovery. But it's not just the close AM variety that makes the 1992 Jefferson nickel so appealing to collectors. Another factor contributing to the coin's allure is the sheer number of coins that were produced that year. Over 1.4 billion nickels were minted, but the majority of them were circulated widely and became worn over time. However, a small number of nickels escaped the harsh conditions of circulation and remain in near mint or uncirculated condition. These coins, particularly those with the close AM error, have become highly sought after by investors and numismatists looking to add rare, valuable pieces to their collections. The minting process itself also played a significant role in shaping the desirability of the 1992 Jefferson nickel. Produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, this year's nickels were struck in large quantities to meet the demand for circulating coins. But what's fascinating about the 1992 minting is that, much like in other years, there were subtle variations in the quality of the coins produced at different mints. Coins from the Denver Mint, for example, are often identified by their distinctive mint mark D and are known for their slightly different strike quality compared to those minted in Philadelphia. However, The real value of the 1992 Jefferson nickel lies in the error coins and the variations that were discovered after the coins entered circulation. One of the most coveted varieties, as mentioned before, is the 1992 close AM. But there's another error that also attracts attention, the 1992 wide AM nickel, where the letters A and M on the reverse are spaced more widely than usual. While this is less rare than the close AM variety, it's still highly sought after, and collectors are always on the lookout for these rarities to complete their sets. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the value of the 1992 Jefferson nickel. Though a regular 1992 nickel in worn condition might only be worth its face value of 5 cents, coins in exceptional condition or with rare errors have fetched impressive sums. The 1992 close AM variety, for example, can sell for anywhere between several hundred to several $1,000s, depending on its condition. But here's the big surprise. A single, well-preserved 1992 close AM nickel has been known to sell for as much as $40,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1992 Jefferson nickel can be worth up to $40,000. That's the kind of value that makes every coin collector's heart race. What makes these coins so valuable is their rarity, their connection to the rich history of American coinage, and the desire among collectors to own a piece of history that's as close to perfection as possible. A 1992 close AM nickel, especially one that's in mint condition with sharp details and clear, well-spaced lettering, is a true gem in the world of numismatics. So how can you tell if your 1992 Jefferson nickel is one of these rare, high-value coins? The first step is to examine the reverse of the coin, specifically the word America. Look closely at the spacing between the letters A and M. If they are unusually close together, you may have a close AM variety. Next, check the overall condition of the coin. Coins that are free of scratches, nicks, or discoloration are far more valuable than those that have been heavily worn through circulation. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch top dollar at auction. If you believe your coin may be worth something special, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a certified numismatist. A professional evaluation can give you a precise value and help you determine whether you've got a rare find or just another common coin. In conclusion, the 1992 Jefferson nickel is far more than just a piece of pocket change. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, this coin offers a glimpse into the intricate and fascinating world of coin collecting. The 1992 close AM variety, in particular, is a rare and valuable treasure that can fetch an impressive $40,000 at auction. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, take a closer look at your 1992 Jefferson nickels. You might just have a small fortune in your hands. Thank you for joining me today on this fascinating journey into the world of the 1992 Jefferson nickel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on hidden treasures in the world of numismatics. Keep collecting, and who knows? You might just discover the next big coin in your collection.